stuck here. The cops won't bother me. Motard squid in my new super badass scooter. This is a very rare. It was only made in 2010. It's a Honda sh150i. So they only sold it in the United States for 1 year, 2010, along with the Honda Elite 110 that I had. And I really liked that Honda Elite 110, and I sold it way too cheap. And the Elite 110 was extremely good, but the downside was that it had very small scooter wheels, which I didn't mind because it was very peppy. It seemed very peppy, and I had a lot of fun with that, but then I regretted selling it. Elite 110 does 50 miles an hour. This one actually probably does 60. But the huge benefit that this has is that it's got 16-inch wheels, so it's almost got like motorcycle size wheels. And you might ask yourself, why is it so much better to have larger wheels? And the reason is that with larger wheels comes increased stability. So I bought this bike cheap from Anthony. You know, it's a really good bike. It's very reliable. This might only be sold in the United States for 1 year, but it was sold throughout Europe. It's been sold throughout Europe, and the motor, I believe, is the same one that they've been putting in other scooters. I forgot, the Honda Forza, I think. It's also got a flat floorboard, so that means that with a flat floorboard you can put groceries on the floor. My Elite 110 also was flat. So this particular scooter, it looks very much with the buttons and everything that my Elite 110. And of course the Elite 110 was the same year and everything. But it's nice that they gave you a temperature gauge, a fuel gauge, very well designed cluster. You know, it's a very well designed bike. It doesn't feel cheap in any way, and it rides like a scooter should. It doesn't make a lot of noise, so it's very stealthy. And this is what I want in scooters. I want them to be stealthy. I don't want to draw attention to myself. The mirrors are extremely good. I can see everything behind. I think I might have to tighten them, but other than that, I mean, this bike is really fantastic. And I think the only downside with this is that you have very little storage underneath the seat, because the reason you have underseat storage on a scooter is to put all your crap, and the Elite 110 had tons of storage. This one, whew, that truck smells, whew, man. This one doesn't have that because the wheel sizes are much bigger and the motor is bigger, so you have less storage. Kymco does have similar bikes. I believe the Kymco has got the People. They have a People 50 with the large tires, and they have the Kymco 150 People that almost competes directly with this. And but it's just not very popular here. On a 150, I don't feel like I need to like hug the shoulder or ride in the shoulder. If I'm in a 50, I am constantly on that shoulder because doing 40 miles an hour is a pain in the ass. But this one feels much more safe because you do have that ability to get away from cars, and it does feel very peppy. You know, it's funny, like in this area, pre-COVID, all you needed really was a 50cc or 150cc scooter to commute. You do not need a motorcycle, a 1000. You don't need anything really big, because the speed limit has always been very low due to congestion of traffic. So you're really better off getting a scooter, and it's so easy to ride. You know, you just twist and go, and that's it. Yeah, you see these roads on video, they actually look fairly okay, but when you ride around and you go to DC, for example, you are constantly hitting bumps and ruts and all of these things, and I think that's why this scooter shines. It shines much more than the Elite 110 in rough terrain because the wheels are much bigger. Having large wheels is amazing. The Kymco Exciting 500, they put very tiny wheels. I think they're 14, so this is 2 wheel sizes bigger than the Exciting 500. You know, you could also carry a passenger comfortably in this bike. It's got passenger foot pegs, but you know, it is a tight bike. And I think a lot of people in the United States, they snub their nose at scooters, but they're so incredibly effective for doing normal things, daily things. It's like just the idea that I spent most of my life riding motorcycles and shifting to work every single day. The riding experience on this is just so much more different than the riding on the Kymco Exciting. This one is very soothing. I think the Kymco Exciting, the scooter factor is very soothing. You know, it's very easy to ride, very comfortable. This one's definitely not as comfortable, but it's also very well mannered. It's not loud. It's very easy to kind of live with. I love that ability about these little scooters. It's like they're very unassuming. The Kymco Exciting, it's way too fast, and I think that puts off some people, the mass that the maxi scooter has. So this is neither a small scooter or a maxi scooter. It's kind of like in the middle there. And when you have something in the middle, I think that's the perfect balance. So in DC, we have this law that scooters can park on the sidewalk, 50cc scooters. And this thing looks like a 50cc scooter to the uninitiated. So it makes a whole lot of sense that you can still ride this like a motorcycle, but yet you can get away with the same things that you would on a 50. It actually feels really good to be riding this bike. It doesn't have a massive windscreen. It's got a little tiny deflector, but that's enough. I think I like that ability. It's just enough to get some wind off of you. Oh man, you want to pass on yellow. And you see it's got plenty of speed to kind of get through the intersection. The 50, if I got a yellow, normally on a motorcycle you would have no issues passing it, but on a 50 it's so slow that you would have to almost always stop at yellow. You see, it actually has plenty of juice to pass most cars. Right, squids, thanks for riding with me. This is the new Honda sh150 in my garage. I'm actually going to keep this one for a while, and I'm going to ride the living crap out of it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.